Hey guys, it's Tuesday on the Baby Beaver Bunch. I'm your host, Haley, and yeah, there's a lot of changes going on, so I guess you've all noticed that Jay's on the channel permanently now, which is awesome. Everyone's super excited. And I know I'm a little behind the times because you all saw her already last week, but I was late posting last week, as in I posted on Monday, as in yesterday. Yeah. Anyway, and if you're watching this video, it is actually still Monday. I changed my shirt so it looked like I recorded on different days. So if you're watching this and it's Tuesday, then I'm in Europe right now. You know, having a tour of, I'm going around Great Britain, England, Ireland, Scotland, and Wales. It's kind of cool. I'm really excited to be here / going there today / when you watch this video I'll be in Europe, so I'm kind of talking as if I'm already there. Do you get it? I hope you get it. Anyway, this week we're talking about the best day of our life and the most terrifying day of our life. Best day of your life is definitely harder to come up with than the most terrifying, right? Because, you know, I've had a lot of really good days, and I've had a lot of really awful days. I suppose the most terrifying night of my life. See, it's hard because this can get really personal. Like, I've had a lot of run-ins with like depression and stuff. But we're gonna set that aside just because I'm not really comfortable talking about that, like even with anyone I know, let alone an audience. But I suppose the most terrifying day of my life, as far as what other people and my friends and stuff goes, was the first time I ever came out of the closet. It was to my best friend at the time. Her name is Celine. She's still a really good friend of mine. I'm actually, if you're watching this right now, in Europe with her right now. Hey! Yeah, so she was the first person I ever came out to. And it was via MSN. And I just wasn't ready. I was not ready to come out of the closet, okay? When I did, I wasn't ready. I would have been content to live out a couple more years on the DL. But what happened is I had really strong feelings for a girl at my school, and it was so strong that in order to, like, you know, try and make something happen, and, you know, obviously I had to talk about my feelings. So it was via MSN, and I was talking to Celine, not the girl I had feelings for, promise. And I was telling her that I had something to tell her, and at this point I was shaking and crying, sitting at my computer. I was freaking out, shaking, I was hyperventilating, I was going nuts, I was not ready. Anyway, so she was starting to get really upset. Like, she's like, Haley, did you hurt someone? Did you hurt yourself? Like, what are you doing? Like, are you in trouble? Like things like that. And I was like, no, it's nothing like that, Celine, blah, blah. And then I told her that I would understand if she didn't want to be my friend anymore, and, like, I would be totally cool with it because I wouldn't want to be my friend either if it were the same situation. She was, like, honestly believed that I had, like, murdered somebody at this point, like, legitimately. It's kind of funny looking back on it, but she was scared. So I said, these were my exact words, I said, I don't think I like boys. And she said, oh. And then she said, seriously? And I said, yeah. She goes, are you sure? And I said, I'm pretty sure. She goes, do you think you're, like, bi or something? And I was like, no, I don't think so. And she was like, okay, that's cool. And then at that point I was like, what? Because I figured it was some, like, no one around me had come out of the closet at that point. Like, I was the first one. I was the first one out, and, like, after me came, like, a marching lineup, but I was number one. So no one had been out of the closet, so I had no idea that it was, like, an okay thing. And the fact that she was okay with it was really cool, but it was the most terrifying thing that ever happened to me. And she was like, yeah, so you're still coming over to my house Friday night? And I was like, yeah, okay. And it was good though, because it led to me coming out to my whole school. She's like, do you want me to help you tell people? And I was like, yeah, if people ask, you can tell them, I won't mind. She goes, do you want me to say you're gay? I was like, no, just tell them that I'm bi for now, I'm not ready for that. So she did, and that, and it turned out really well, you know, minus a couple, obviously you're gonna have a couple jerk-offs, but, you know, brush it off. Best day of my life. Oh, man. I'm gonna go for recent events on this one because I'm having a pretty good time right now. Like, things have been really, really hard for me the past couple months, but also some really great things I'm tired, have come out of it. Sorry this video's so long, get over it. My voice is beautiful, so you may as well just listen. Okay, so the best day of my life in recent events, I guess I'm gonna go with, because things have been so awful lately. I know I just said they've been great, but like on some aspects they've been great and some aspects they've been awful. But things have been so awful for me lately and so difficult for me lately that, you know, there's one thing that always shines through for me, and so I'm gonna go with that, cause yeah. I don't even know if I can share that. I went away for provincials for hockey, so it's like everyone in the province, or the best teams in the province, all gather and play against each other. So I went away for provincials for hockey, and this girl that I've been seeing plays on another team, and both of our teams lost in our respective semifinals, so not against each other, you know, like 4 teams play in the semifinals, and the 2 teams that we lost against played against each other. So we both lost in the semifinals, which was awful. It was a heartbreaker, like my whole team cried. I didn't really though, like, it's sports. Yeah, so I was stuck there, all in the middle of nowhere for another night, and so was this girl that I've been seeing. So I went over and stayed, like my mom was staying in the same hotel that her team was staying in, so my mom gave me her room for the night. So I went and stayed there, and I went over to her cabin, because the girl I've been seeing was staying in a cabin. I went over to her cabin and we played video games and ate chips and like talked all night, and it was so dreamy. Just kidding. Not really, but you know how I get, guys. You know me. I get really smitten, I guess. I don't know. But I'm still seeing this girl. She's really cool. That's all I'll say. This is 8 minutes long. It's time for me to go. I know I'm blushing. Oh my god.